It is my job to bring this team back to greatness. Welcome to the 49ers rebuild. Today, I got 4 years for you, and hopefully within that 4-year span, we can turn this franchise back into one of the better franchises in all of football. Now, the roster is pretty bad, and the reason why this roster is so bad is because in real life, the San Francisco 49ers decided to get rid of Jeff Garcia and Terrell Owens in the same season. You got rid of an all-pro, maybe not an all-pro, but definitely a Pro Bowl caliber quarterback in Jeff Garcia at the time. And you get rid of a future Hall of Famer in Terrell Owens. The defense, for the most part, stayed the same. So that is where we're going to start this video off. Looking at the defensive side of the ball, you see a whole bunch of 90s and high 80s. I can work with that. So what do we have to do first? We have to find ourselves a quarterback because Tim Rattay is not going to get it done. And I don't like Kevin Barlow, even though Kevin Barlow in the video game is 86 overall. In real life, I have an issue with Kevin Barlow. Not personally, but just for me being a youngster and watching him play football, I never liked him after watching him play football and being the starting running back for the 49ers, and he is gone even though he's 86 overall. So we trade him for Kerry Collins. We also trade, I believe it was our second round pick for Deion Branch. I was looking at Isaac Bruce because at the time, Isaac Bruce was a higher overall. However, I'm not going to do the same thing that the Knicks did with Carmelo Anthony, trading for him when in the next offseason they could have signed him. So that's what we're going to do in this offseason. You will see it. We will sign our man Isaac Bruce. No reason to trade for him when we could have signed him in a few months. Now, Kerry Collins had a bad year. Very bad. Making me look stupid. But Robertson, he rushed for over 1,000 yards, had 3 TDs. Pretty solid for his first year as a starter. Deion Branch over 1,000 yards receiving. Curtis Conway, he had a decent year. No worries, he won't be back because, again, we will be signing Isaac Bruce. Now, that first year, I did not expect to do too much, man. I did not expect to do anything really. Our defense, again, is pretty solid. Andre Carter had a bunch of sacks. Winborn led the team in interception, got himself to the Pro Bowl. Ahmad Plummer, our starting quarterback, he did pretty well as well. Going into the playoffs, you have the Bills beating the Ravens, the Cowboys beating the Packers, the Dolphins, they did their thing as well, but then the Dolphins continued to do their thing. It wasn't just a one-hit wonder. They go to the championship game, and they end up losing to the Patriots, and the Redskins end up losing to the Falcons. You got the Falcons and the Patriots, Mike Vick versus Tom Brady, and it wasn't even close, man. Tom Brady and Bill Belichick, they found a way to dismantle Mike Vick. And yeah, it was bad for the Falcons. But hey, at least you made it, right? At least you made it. So I'm signing our defensive players because at this time you had a lot of people on 1-year deals or 1 year left on their deals. I believe after this season, Peterson got franchise tag and then he ended up playing for like the Seahawks and then the Lions. No, not here, okay? He has the potential to be one of the better outside linebackers. So we signed him and we keep our defense intact. So the first round of the NFL draft, we're looking at a quarterback. We need a quarterback. We got Omar Miller. He is a leader. He runs a 5 flat. He's pretty slow, but he's a leader. I don't need a leader in a video game. I need somebody that I can play with because, again, you get me to the playoffs, we're going to do some damage. So we select Caldwell. He is supposed to be the next Mike Vick. He runs a 4-2. Here's a 4-2. We also, man, we're going to break the bank trying to get my man Ray Lewis, who's a free agent. That's right, trying to get Ray Lewis. Dwight Smith, he is a free agent as well. And as you see, Isaac Smith, he is a free agent as well. So it did not make sense to trade him. But we can get Isaac Bruce, as we just did. Isaac Bruce and Deion Branch with the young quarterback. Now, Kerry Collins will still be a starter. But I'm saying, though, with this receiving core and with this quarterback, I think we can do some things. Now, Ray Lewis was like, nah, I'm going back to Baltimore. And Dwight Smith was like, nah, y'all didn't give me enough money, so fine, it is what it is. So I got an extra second round pick. We used that pick to trade for Bob Sanders. It's not the same Bob Sanders as we know and love. It's still a young Bob Sanders trying to figure out his own. But I'm thinking if we can develop him to like an 80 overall safety, that would definitely be an upgrade. And then, of course, we do sign Leonard Davis. So we have 2 solid left tackles. We move one of them to right tackle. And now our offensive line looks a whole lot better. However, our record does improve, but not to my satisfaction. Okay, so we go from 4-12 to 7-9. It's really not that bad, but you saw that we had a big losing streak right there in the middle of the season, and that is never good. As you check out the numbers, our team, we played pretty well. We just couldn't put as many wins as I was hoping for together. So, as you can see, we have the Native American Super Bowl. We have the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Washington Redskins, and the Redskins win 27-20. And it's time for a coaching change, man. I really felt like it was time for a coaching change. Dennis Erickson, if you count real life, he's been the coach for 3 years. Maybe that's not enough time to really evaluate what he could do. When we got Marty Schottenheimer, he's been to the conference championship game with the Chargers and the Browns, got to the playoffs consistently, and maybe was the best team consistently in the old AFC West with the Seahawks and the Denver Broncos and the Raiders and the Chargers when he was the coach of the Chiefs. So we jump to the offseason, free agency, and my man Drew Brees is lower overrated than Joey Harrington. Yes, I know it's a video game, and yes, it might have the reasons why for that to be so. It's just crazy to see that when we know who Joey Harrington is and we know who Drew Brees is. So we end up signing Brian Westbrook. He was the only guy that we went after in the free agency. We gave him a whole lot of money to be our bell cow, even though he's more of a maybe change of pace running back. But in Madden 05, he was one of the better running backs, as you could tell. So you see his numbers, pretty solid numbers. Isaac Bruce, pretty solid numbers as well. However, we don't make the playoffs again. Again, we miss out on the playoffs. So we added a quarterback in Kerry Collins. At the time, he was 87 overall. Our running back position might be the weakest on the team, but we upgraded it with Brian Westbrook. We still didn't make the playoffs. Our defense on paper and in the game seems to be pretty solid. We have 90 overall players and high 80 overall players on the team. But one thing is missing, and that's a corner. We need a corner. So we can go try and get Bryant. He signs with us for a 3-year, $14 million deal. We're going to re-sign Andre Carter just so we can trade him away for Champ Bailey. A first-round pick, a second-round pick, and one of our best defensive linemen for Champ Bailey. That gives us 299 overall players in Peterson and Champ Bailey on the defensive side of the ball. And I'm just hoping that our offense can get things going. Now, we let Kerry Collins walk. He was a free agent. We did not re-sign him. So it's time to let Caldwell do what he does. And he didn't do too much. His overall isn't as good, but he was our first overall pick, or first pick in the draft when we had the 4th overall pick. So hopefully, maybe it's just a computer, right? You think it's just a computer. Dawkins, get out there and play a game. So even though we won't make the playoffs, I got to give you at least one game. We're going to run the ball right there, Brian Westbrook. Then we're going to pass the ball to Woods, and we're looking pretty good. We got Isaac Bruce on one side. We got Branch on the other. We got Woods in the middle. We're going to find Bruce right there. Move those chains. Drop him back to pass.
Cannot play with him. Cannot win with him. Cannot coach with him. Can't do it. I want winners. I want people that want to win.
And on top of that, Champ Bailey gets beat by Privilege Price. Now, don't get me wrong. Privilege Price went to Tennessee, and at the same time when Champ Bailey was at Georgia. So maybe they played against each other in college, and maybe Privilege Price beat him once or twice. But never in the pros, never ever has Privilege Price beat Champ Bailey like that. But it's okay, because Caldwell going to find Deion Branch, gets into the end zone. Touchdown Niners. On the ensuing kickoff, they have D'Angelo Hall back there. And D'Angelo Hall, looking like Deion in his prime, going to take it to the crib untouched. High stepping his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Dirty Birds. It's now 17-7. Mike Vick has the ball. I got Bob Sanders, and Bob Sanders didn't stand a chance as Mike Vick takes it to the crib. So 4 seasons of Niners football, we have not had one winning season. All of our seasons have been losing seasons. I try my best to put the best team together on the field. From the quarterback and running back receiver positions, we upgraded them. Offensive line, we upgraded. Secondary, we upgraded. Our linebacker core and defensive line were solid the whole time. Champ Bailey did lead the team in interceptions with 5. But again, man, I don't know why we failed. And it always seems like whenever I do win in Madden 05, we fail. I believe that's right. No, I believe the Giants. No, I take that back. The Giants one was in Madden 05 as well, and we actually won the Super Bowl. But I don't know what it is, man. Maybe the Niners in this game were just cursed. because it really does hurt me and it pains me. Okay, it pains me that we couldn't even have a winning season. Now, as we move to the conference championship games, we got the Steelers versus Colts. Steelers win, and the Redskins, they beat the Seahawks. So we got the Redskins taking on the Steelers, and the Redskins winning back-to-back Super Bowls. Congratulations to them. That's going to wrap this up. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. As always, I enjoy bringing it to you. I hope the rest of the day is the best of your day. I'm going to see y'all later. Peace. That's all.